So the GetAppend function also works with parameters, not just notes, and you can export parameters from models or drawings, either or. It just depends on what the active model is. So I have a data sheet set up here that's going to receive whatever that function gets. And I've also created a clear worksheet or clear data sheet call to purge that particular worksheet, and then also my GetAppend call to extract the parameter data that's in this model that's currently active. So when it writes the data, it's going to write it to that tab that we have named, and it just populates. It cleared it out, and then it's going to populate with the GetAppend function all of the parameter data that's here. Now, once you have the data there, and or at least if you just want to try to find out or limit the data initially, you can do that quite easily by just coming back to the tab, the execution tab here, and we're going to put in a filter for star.rad. When we run that, it's going to limit the exports from CREO to only parameters that match that name. You could also flip that around if you wanted to and filter things based on value. So for example, if I'm looking for anything that has a decimal point in the value, when we run that, it's going to come back and show us, okay, here's all the parameters that have decimal points with them. We are dealing with strings in this case. And you could also combine the two. So if I said I want anything that has the word or the characters rad and also had decimal point in them, it would then, of course, bring these back. And in this case, we only have one parameter that matches both those conditions. So this is a very powerful capability, very, very powerful when you're batch processing and you want to simply bring back specific parameters or values to report them and just append them for like an entire bill of materials or an assembly structure or an entire stack of drawings. Very, very handy for looking at parameters and getting their values prepared. Once you do this, you can also um, uh, send the data back. To do that, all you have to do is just highlight the parameters you want to send back. In this case, we could just send everything. And we can also include, say, special characters. So in this case, I'm going to use the PTC symbol for degrees. You can get that from the symbol text information that's here. So if I wanted to put in slope or angle or any of these types of things like 1.5 degree, and maybe we wanted to add slope to that also. So when I send this information back, the only thing we have to do is I'm going to comment that sheet and I'm just going to say model params is the tab that I'm going to be sending. Since it's the data sheet, when we press the do it button, it's just going to send that data across. And if we come into our parameters listing here, you'll notice that it has put in the taper with the PTC symbol characters for us automatically.